Hello my dear students, our today's topic is sources of recruitment. So we have learned what is recruitment, like hiring the people. It is a process where you can find out the various people and welcoming the application and selecting out of that. So now here you are going to learn what are the sources of your recruitment, how you recruit your particular kind of employees. So in this particular chapter, we are going to learn the different types of recruitment, which is include your direct recruitment and indirect recruitment. Then there are the various sources of recruitment, which is include your internal recruitment and external recruitments. Then modern recruitments and various techniques of recruiting the people and evaluation of the recruitment process. Okay, so let's start with what is the sources of recruitment or types of recruitment. As we have just said, there is a direct and indirect type of your recruitment. Under this method of first we will learn the direct recruitment. Under this method, the representatives of the organization try to establish the contact with a candidate seeking the job. It is normally done in all the following ways, which is regarding your colleges and professional institute, like how is your placement agencies work, or on-campus recruitment, which happens, employee contact with the public. Any employee, if I am working with the XYZ like Reliance company, then I will be in-house employee. I know that there is a recruitment and I will be word of mouth publicity will be there. Then it is about the man exhibits, recruiting organizations send the recruiters, conversations, seminars, set up the exhibition fairs, also various kind of things like various of example here is your job fairs are there. Then it is more about your exhibition about the job, exhibition of the company. So this all is related to your particular kind of man exhibits. And then waiting list, always you have the waiting list, like recruitment ends up with a selection, so you always have that kind of people who are working with you. So on this particular waiting list you will be finding out the people for you. The recruiting organization maintain the list of the individual who indicate their interest in the job, either after visiting the organization of the employment office or making the inquiries over the mail or phones. Like we all send our resumes whoever we want to work. Okay, so it is something related to that. And search records, if updated time to time, prove to be a very useful source. Like somebody has applied at some time and you know that what kind of things need to be done and how to maintain that record. It is very helpful for the emergencies. Okay, so this is about your direct method. Next it comes to your indirect method. This method of a recruitment is normally used in following circumstances. Let's learn the circumstances over here. The recruiting organization is not in position to find the suitable candidates to be promoted to fill up the higher post. This is mostly for your CEOs or any kind of managers who need some kind of experience, anyone cannot be promoted to that particular kind of place. Okay, when vast territory is to be captured, anything which is worst which has happened over there, when scientific, professional and technical posts are requiring sophisticated skills need to be filled over there. So this is a time where you need to know the indirect method of recruiting. So under this method, jobs are advertised in newspaper, on radio or trade, professional journals, technical journals and brochures. Where everywhere the job is advertised, you pull lot of application out of that. Many organizations go for what referred as a billed advertisement only, specifically for such kind of people. The success of this method depends upon the ability of recruiting agency. How is your recruiting agency is, that plays a very very important role over here. Then correct type of candidate required to perform the particular kind of job, selection of the most appropriate newspaper like Times of India or the Hindustan Times are the most appropriate newspaper where people follow this kind of thing. For all of you guys who are going to, just one tip over here, those who are going to apply for MBA, there is a Hindustan Times education page which comes every Wednesday, which gives you a lot of information about your MBA and their exams and many more things. Okay, so now let's learn about the sources, which is internal sources and external sources of your recruitment. Internal sources refers to recruiting employees within the organization. Like internals means whatever happens within of your organization. In deciding recruitment of the employee, initiate consideration for the promotions given the company's current employees. concerned with the internal recruitment gives a first preference to those who are already available to a particular kind of payroll or who is lying into the zone for the promotions. Okay, so here are some advantages of your internal recruitment. At the time saving, economical because you don't need to spend anything on the advertisement. There is no need of induction training because employees already known about the company. It motivates the employees to work hard in order to get the higher job or higher promotion for the particular. It reduces the employees turnover. It develops the loyalty. Like if I know that I'm going to get promoted if I work very hard, then yes, definitely I'll be the one who will be working very honestly towards my employees. Okay, so this is about your internal, and next is come to your external sources of recruitment. It is assessment of the available pool of job candidate and other than the existing staff. External means something which is outside of your organization, and this particular type of your external job process, you go out of your way to find out the employees. Okay, see there is any sufficiently skilled qualified employees who are working somewhere else or existing job to fill up the existing job vacancies. It is the process of searching for outside or current employees who are working somewhere or who are somewhere who is a fresher in that case. So here are some merits of this particular kind of method. It encourages the young blood with the new ideas to enter into the organization. Sometimes same people get monotonous towards it. It offers wide scope of selections, like you have n number of selections for your employees. This is because the large number of suitable candidates will come for the selection process. There are less chances of bias or partiality. When it comes to promotion, many times we see there is a partiality, there is some political influence, so all this can be avoided. There is no need to maintain the confidential record. Confidential records you don't need to mention over here. Okay. So now we have learned what is internal and what is external. Basic difference between these two is internal within the organization, external out of the organization. So now we will understand what are the types of your internal recruitment. First one is a notification. Many times certain vacancies are arising in the organization are informed to the employees by displaying the notice on the notice board. How you have the notice board in your colleges, same way the notice is displayed into your companies by passing the circular across the staff. Accordingly, the interested employees are supposed to apply for the same, and they are called as an internal notification. Next is about your transfer and types. Transfer implies horizontal and lateral movement of an employee from one job to another without increase in the pay, status and responsibilities. Like you transfer from the one department to another. Usually transfer take place between the job paying approximately the same salaries. It can be also defined as change in a job within the organization where the new jobs are substantially equal to the old job and pay and status and responsibility. This is mostly happen in your government organization. You transfer from one branch to another branch. It can also do the changes in organizational structure and change in a volume of the work. Okay, so this is some transfer can be your production transfer, your replacement transfer, redeemal transfer or personal transfer, versatility transfer. So there are various types of or shift transfer. This is like in organization you have day shift, night shift. So these are certain transfer which can be happen. Next is come to your promotion. Promotion refers to the upward movement in a present job leading to the greater responsibilities, higher status and better salaries. Promotion may be temporary or permanent depending upon the organizational requirement. Okay, promotion is defined as giving higher position to the employees, like everyone works for the promotion. Employees which carries high status, more responsibilities, improvements in the working conditions. Promotion are just fill up with the positions which are more important. Thus, new jobs is a promotion for an employee if we get increase in prestige, increase in salary, increase in pay, increase in the status as well. Like I am a clerk and then I should get promoted as an admin and then about the manager and then your CEO. So you should get the promotion in all the ways, then it is mandatory. Okay, promotion can be on the basis of your seniority, like how senior you are. Then it is happens on the basis of your merits, like I have a good grades, then I will be able to promote well. Okay, alternative promotion by seniority, the qualification on the basis of merit, which is a qualification, experience, other qualities like honesty, sincerity, involvement in the work, something new, something creative which I have done. Merit is required to keep the employees record updated. You should have all the records of your employees very updated, then only you are going to do it on the basis of your merits, right? Then it comes to your references. This is very good source of internal recruitment. Employees can be develop good prospects to their families and friends by adopting them to the advertisement of the job of the company, their encouragement them to apply for the particular kind of job. This is regarding your references. Okay, so these are certain internal ways of your recruitment. Okay, and now we will going to learn about your external sources of your recruitment. External sources, which is first one is come to it is outside of the organization. First it comes to your campus recruitment. This program is conducted within the educational institute, like all of your colleges conducting the placement drives in a place where provide the students who are pursuing the stage who is pursuing the education which is help them to enter into the job. Under this campus recruitment, industries visited to the college select the student depending on their ability to work, their capability, their focus and their aim. It helps the organization to identify the right person at the right place. Although this method is very helpful for the students. Okay, then it comes to about your job boards. Job boards refers to the physical board located in the employment center. Job seekers must check the job board after every few days to see various hands posted about the job. Job boards may be organized around the specific occupations, locations, like all the billboards which we see. Portals and website like our Naukri.com, then your Monster.com, then your Shiksha.com. So these are some, or Internshala for internship. These are some examples. Job portal is an effective medium which helps the employee as well as the job seeker at the same time. Most prospective candidates use internet and find out what is the new job opportunities are here. Okay, so Times Job is a popular thing, or as I said, Naukri.com, or your Monster.com, Internshala for your internship. So here you can find out the various people can apply for the particular kind of job. Then it comes to your internship. All of you are going to do the internship right after your BMS or probably your last semester. Internship consists of the exchange of the service for experience between the student and the organization. As I always believe that until and unless you don't work in an organization, you will not understand what is the work actually doing over there. So I advise each and every my student, you should go for an internship. Internship exists a wide variety of the industries. Internship may be paid, sometimes it is unpaid, partially paid in form of the stipend. Okay, stipends are a fixed amount of money that is paid on the regular basis. Usually internship are paid through the stipends monthly basis. Paid internship is a common professional field including medical, architecture, your marketing, HR, finance, in all fields. Here you get a lot of work experience, research in the internship you can do, like what is exactly your interest area. Example, if you wanted to do HR but you don't know what is HR works, your interest might be in marketing. Virtual internship, it provides the capacity to gain job experience without the conventional requirement of the being physically present, like all of your online jobs. These are the one of the example. Internship conduct within the virtual means such as a phone, email, communication channels, various other things. Next it comes to your placement consultancies. All of you must be visiting placement consultancies after your graduation. Responsible for attracting the candidates, matching them to the particular kind of job or a position for the various companies. They have to build a better relationship and also gain the better understanding of a client requirements need. They attract the candidate by drafting the advertisement using a wide range of media, and they give the suitable candidate to the employees and suitable job to the particular kind of person who is needed over there. Next, here we have learned about the external. External, we have the internship, placements, then it about your campus recruitments and portals and website and your job boards. So these are your external things. Okay. Then now it is about your traditional methods of recruitment. What are the traditional methods we have learned? In-house recruitment, like within the organization you will be learning the but you will be getting the particular kind of job things. Internal recruitment, it is another your traditional method, like I will give the advertisement into your organization and I will hire someone from them. On campus recruitment, like many management institute like Valinkers, IIM, Jamnalal Bajaj, these people have very much focus on your on campus job. Employment and traditional agencies as your placement agencies. And modern techniques, these are the traditional. Now we are going to learn about the modern techniques. Niche recruitment, they are specialized recruitment who exit to seek the staff with a very narrow specialty and skills. Niche recruitment can provide superior results due to their ability to channelize of all the resources using the specific skill sets. Example here you can take about the social media LinkedIn, which is specifically for jobs and employment. Neither your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is you get the job opportunities, but LinkedIn is specifically for that. So this is one example of your niche marketing. Internet recruitment, as I said, e-recruitment, it is a process of personal recruiting using the electronic sources as your Naukri.com. Then it comes to your Times, Pro Jobs, many other things. 24/7 you will be available to them. Then social recruitment. Social networking platforms allow the organization to improve the communication productivity by giving the lot of information about that, as we have learned the LinkedIn, then Google Plus, then your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, where you get a lot of information about the company. And as you say, we are hiring, things always comes on your social media. Website, job portal, search engines, these are certain your modern techniques. So modern techniques, you have niche recruitment, internal recruitment or internet recruitment, social recruitments, then website, job portal, search engine, and candidate paid recruitment. Some recruiters work by accepting the payments from job seekers and return help them to find the job. Such recruitment offers to themselves personal marketers, job applicant services like your placement agencies who takes the money from you, like or your first salary you have to give it to them. So this is regarding that. So we have learned internal sources, external sources, traditional and modern sources of your recruitment, and two types of recruitment, which is direct recruitment and your indirect recruitment. Thank you.